the woman the city forgot. If people had known who she used to be, they would have stopped and stared. But now, they only knew her as the mad woman who wandered barefoot near the express road. Pregnant again. Her name was Nora. Before madness found her, Nora was light in human form. She didn't force love. She didn't chase attention. People simply felt drawn to her. And that was exactly what broke Morel. Morel was not her real sister. They were stepsisters, raised under the same roof, but never from the same heart. Morel had spent her whole life fighting for things that came easily to Nora: beauty, peace, love. Especially love. Every man Morel gave her heart to left with something: her time, her money, her dignity. By the time she married Kelvin, she was already empty inside. He wasn't abusive. He just wasn't enough. And every day she watched Nora live the life she felt she deserved. Then Nora met Adrian. He was everything Morel had prayed for and never received. Successful, calm, loyal. 2 years later, he proposed. Nora said yes. That should have been the end of the story. But for Morel, that was the beginning of something dark. The week of the wedding, Morel disappeared for 2 days. When she returned, she said nothing, but something had already been done. Far away, in a quiet village, a spiritualist had given her what she asked for. Take her mind, Morel had said. Let her lose everything. The man agreed, but he warned her. The day your eyes meet hers again, you will carry what she carried. Morel didn't care. Jealousy had already eaten her whole. 7 days before her wedding, Nora stepped out for a simple gown fitting. She never came back. Somewhere along her gown fitting, something broke. Not outside, but inside. She screamed, tore her clothes, ran into the street like she was running from something no one else could see. By the time people gathered, Nora was gone, not missing, gone. For 4 years, the city forgot her. She became that mad woman, sleeping under bridges, talking to herself, wandering with no direction. And then, no one noticed at first. Men started visiting her at night, because no one was looking, except one woman, Dr. Halima Sadiq. To the world, she was a respected fertility specialist, helping couples experience miracles. But behind closed doors, she ran a quiet operation, one that fed on forgotten women, women who couldn't speak, women no one would search for, women like Nora. Every time Nora became pregnant, it was not by chance. It was arranged. A driver would bring men at night, money would exchange hands, and Nora would never understand what was happening to her. To keep her alive, a roadside vulcanizer named Tunde was paid to watch her, feed her, call when labor started, and every time she gave birth, the baby disappeared. The first child was taken across the border, sold into a network that raised children for forced labor. No name, no identity, no return. The second child went to a wealthy business couple. They introduced the baby as their miracle after 12 years. No one questioned it. People celebrated. The third child was taken into something darker, a quiet deal. No records, no trace, just money. By the fourth pregnancy, Nora's body was already failing, but the system didn't care. She was not a person to them. She was a source. And then came the fifth, the day everything returned. It happened on a random afternoon. Morel had come for an event. She wasn't thinking about Nora. She hadn't in years, until she saw her. Nora sat by the roadside, dirty, barefoot, pregnant, empty eyes. And then, their eyes met. Morel screamed. Not fear, not shock, something deeper. Her body began to shake. Her voice broke into sounds no one could understand. Within minutes, she lost her mind, right there, in front of everyone. And Nora stood still, blinking, breathing, remembering. It was like waking up from a nightmare that lasted years. Her mind came back. Her name, her past, her pain. At that same moment, a case finally made sense. Inspector Karim Dada had been tracking something for months. A nurse had reported a pattern. A woman, always brought in at night, always pregnant. Different babies, same handler. He followed the trail. Records, disappearances, unclaimed women, and Nora was one of them. When he arrived, she was already in labor, 9 hours. That was how long it took. Her body was tired, damaged, overused. She gave birth to a baby girl for the first time. She held her child, not for seconds, not to be taken away, but to feel. She smiled, weak, but real. Outside, everything was changing. Arrests, confessions, secrets breaking open. But inside that hospital room, time slowed down because for the first time in years, Nora was no longer forgotten. The hospital room was quiet, too quiet for everything that had just happened. Nora lay weak on the bed, her newborn resting gently on her chest. She didn't want to blink. She was afraid that if she closed her eyes, everything would disappear again. Outside that room, everything was breaking open. Dr. Halima Sadiq was arrested that same night. No warning, no time to hide. The evidence was too heavy. Hospital records, payments, names, so many names. When they searched her office, they found files. 7 women, all labeled like cases, not people. And beside those files, photos, babies, every single child Nora had given birth to. Inspector Karim didn't wait, opened every file, tracked every lead, because for the first time, those children were no longer invisible. First child, taken across the border, raised in silence, a girl who had learned not to ask questions. They found her in a small compound, working, too young to understand why life felt like punishment. When they called her name, she didn't respond, because she had never heard it before. The second child, living in luxury, designer clothes, private school, birthday parties, a miracle child, that was what everyone called him. His parents cried when the truth came out, not because they didn't know, but because now they had to admit it. The third child, no records, no identity, just whispers. That case stayed open and heavy. The fourth child, this one shocked everyone. He was in an orphanage, abandoned, returned, like something that didn't meet expectations. One by one, the truth came back, just like Nora's mind did. Back at the hospital, Nora was slowly remembering everything. Not clearly, but enough. Fragments, hands, voices, pain, darkness. She held her baby tighter. This one, they would not take. Inspector Karim walked in quietly. He didn't speak immediately. He just stood there, looking at her. Not as a case, but as a person. We found them, he finally said. Nora looked up. Her eyes filled slowly. Not with joy, not yet. Just something fragile. Your children. Her lips trembled. She didn't even know what to ask. Because how do you ask about lives you were never allowed to live with? And then, the final twist. Across the city, in a quiet house, Morel sat on the floor, laughing, crying, speaking to shadows. Her mind completely gone. Kelvin had left. Neighbors avoided her. The same way she once avoided Nora. No one visited. No one stayed. Because madness is lonely. Back in the hospital, Nora asked one question, softly, almost like she was scared of the answer. Will I see them? Inspector Karim paused, just for a second. Yes, but both of them knew it wouldn't be simple, because time had already done its damage. Some people lose their lives in a moment, others lose it slowly, piece by piece, in silence, where no one is watching. But the truth, no matter how deep it is buried, always finds a way to return. The end. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe, like, and share for more stories like this.